Hey, that's fucking rapid on air, the fastest countdown ever known to man. Welcome everyone. It's another Tuesday, and we're back in the wood that chitters.
Hell yeah.
How be y'all? How do you feel?
Be good.
I mean, I see.
Loose butthole.
When you're in, you're in.
When you're in indeed. Last we saw our group of fair heroes. They were getting got. Got real bad and entered an establishment of one Bobby Business. Who they're looking for little information, and he came shambling through with carrying a small cart behind him. And his shop, the Inn's Inn. After some deliberations, the group went right in and saw an old companion. Tom Castellan, our boy, getting absolutely sloshed on that good Honeybee, a special drink produced by the bees of the Chittering Wood. That is a delicacy in the Inn's Inn. Having his drinking partner, the bear, dragged off, the group decided they're going to get familiar with this place and settle in, and try and look for the information they were seeking about one Percival Peevers. And after having found that information, luckily, and their route and game plan, they quickly realized they cannot escape this place. Having not signed the visitation log, whatever that means. And there, angered, Tom, freshly geared, and the rest of the group began to run amok and attack the clockwork patrons that seemed to peruse this place, seemed to party here. And after dealing with them, all the smashed pieces with Pip's quick magic. How many badgers was that? 16?
16.
I'm still in awe.
Man, they're all still alive.
Yeah, is that, not was that.
Is that there will set the scene of this bar ransacked with pieces of the clockwork patrons and these other cheeky badgers
Not the ransackery.
tearing up the joint. Our group prepares themselves for what's next. Regras at the door trying to find his way in sneakily with his lockpicks, realizing that this is a magical door and there are other means to get through. The other group looks on at the pieces as they form together and magnetize to form something anew, a massive clockwork guardian with its center hollowed out in the shape of a key. As the pieces of Thundergust and the rest of the band come together to form a mess of arms and two beefy legs and clockwork gears turning where the eyes should be in a face. And it picks up the massive cymbals of the drums and a big table leg and gets ready to deal with the intruders of the Inn's Inn.
Intruders, we paid to get her in.
Is there anything you guys would like to do as this machine hobbles together and takes shape?
Probably.
Kill it?
I mean,
I can't tell what everyone's expression is. I don't know if it's fear, is it excitement, a little Krogunk shuddering with anticipation.
I pour myself a quick drink since I'm behind the bar.
Absolutely.
Actually, you know what? Can I roll a sleight of hand? I want to pour maybe a shot for everybody.
Yeah. Roll me a sleight of hand.
Absolutely.
It's down the line.
Rolling started tonight.
I don't know if I need another.
There's only honeybee stocked here.
Oh, hell yeah. We love the honeybee. That's going to be a fucking 28 to start the night. Let's go.
Yo.
Oh yeah, you like grab a bottle with your tongue and grab like shot glasses and pull it back and line them all up. You even grab the top shelf honeybee. It's kind of like it's still in like the bottle is the shape of a honeycomb, and it seems like a honeycomb was carved out in the shape of the bottle. And you almost taste the honey when you grab it with your tongue, and yeah, you're able to pour this out.
All right, I spread them out on the table and just go, it's showtime. And then look at Varys, because you're the showiest person here.
Oh, fuck. You said it, pal. I'll jump on the bar and I'll start to play like a preparatory kind of like war drum beat.
Oh, give me a little taste of that. Give me a little taste of that warrior beat. What are you drumming over there?
I'm gonna slam my desk for you? What do you mean? Oh.
We want you to clap.
Your chest.
Yeah, like very like. I guess it would start like dum dum, dum 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 dum, and it was like slowly build up. There'd be a lot of pauses, but every hit is like thunderous,
More of that.
and then it would steady up as like they're coming together.
And as your beat is swelling too, you can almost feel the energy from thunder gusts like pulsing with your drum beats from the automaton.
You're helping him.
Yeah.
And then during one of the pauses, I'll reach down and I'll take a shot of Honeybee.
Is anybody else? Who else is taking a shot? Is everyone grabbing them?
I am.
Nope.
Nope.
I don't even think I'm really that well. I guess we're all at the
Like-
bar, right?
Yeah, well, like, you guys are maybe in the room. I'd say like Regrets like uses the cards almost like to like flip the card underneath and like toss the shots over to people. But if you don't want the shot, you can just duck and it just flips over you.
Just standing there.
Why are you throwing
It just
shots?
bounces off my head.
Why do you throw a shot glass at me?
He just shrugs, takes a shot himself.
I'm gonna say everyone who took a shot gains inspiration.
There we go.
On top of your heroic inspiration.
If it was gone, now it's back.
Back, baby. As you're like, guys, getting ready, I'll take your positions. It finally takes shape, and it's massive, like hulking shoulders, and like its two legs kind of split into like four beefy legs that kind of stands itself up, and it stands up straighter. And as your beat is reaching its crescendo, as you're really getting into it, it's going to take the table leg and disrupt you and make a huge like gong sound, just to kind of give me a performance roll to see if you can power through your performance with this disruption.
18.
With an 18, he like tries to get in your head and stop your performance, but you use it and continue your beat and kind of elevate off of it. And it like you see it kind of shrinks down in size a little bit. And everyone give me in it.
Yeah. Well, whatever. Fucking whatever.
Whatever. Yeah, that's a bad roll.
Okay. What y'all got? What y'all got?
16.
Me too.
What do you got?
We both got 16. What's your
Yeah.
dex?
+4, +3.
Yeah, you go first.
I got 11.
11.
Yes, sir.
Orly?
I got an 8.
8. Varys?
I got a 4. But if this thing also got a 4, mine was a natural 1, so it can go.
It is actually gonna go first.
Damn.
After you keep going, after it does its gong, it's kind of like stand back up.
Where are we situated, like, versus this large creature, by the way? Like,
This thing, you guys are at the bar, and this thing is near the stage, 60 feet away. So you have all the badgers basically in between you guys and the bar. Yeah, badger wall. Now that's a spell. So and then there was like the tables littered in between. But yeah, there's
Okay.
60 feet in between you guys. It's right in front of the stage as all the mess of pieces came together to form this automaton. And what it's going to do is it is gonna keep banging its gong until it kind of, you guys feel a ringing in your ears. And I'm gonna need everybody to give me a Constitution save.
Damn it.
You need to beat an 18.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
+3s.
so everyone's close to the bar, you're saying?
It has a 300-foot range.
No, I know, but like everyone's close together is what you're like. You're telling us, like we're all
Well,
near the bar.
yeah, you guys are near the bar. You could spread out from there if you like, if you want to like reposition.
For purposes of +3s, everybody is
Yes.
Yeah,
That's kind of what I was like. Are we close enough, Tom, to get that +3?
yeah, say yeah.
I failed,
Are you-
actually. So.
I'm gonna use my inspiration, and I rolled a nat 20. So thank
Oh
you.
shit!
Yeah, I'm gonna use mine too.
You can't keep
And
taking
it's
these.
worse. Never mind.
No, no.
Never mind.
All right.
Sorry, what did you say? that we-
18. Need to be at 18 con.
I failed.
I'm okay.
So that's gonna be 10 basically like psychic damage and 2 thunder.
Half
As
as
you
much
feel
on the success.
Pip, what the fuck did you just roll?
I got 16 badgers I got to roll for. Man.
Oh yeah.
Half
138.
It's half if you succeeded the roll,
God damn.
and then for the rest of his turn, it is basically going to it's going to take some pieces of some of the instruments, like the piano and the rest of the drum kit and the thunderbus, and it's going to kind of arrange it really quickly into one of those weird like one person instruments. You ever seen where they like strap on a bunch of things or like use your foot and your arm and like your mouth, and it's gonna combine all of them into like this weird you see like 2 more hands pop out into this weird instrument, and it almost looks like it's attached to it itself. And it's gonna move up 10 feet and then look at you guys.
God. The power of music against us.
Would be
He's a
Regras.
stealer.
It'd be you, Regras.
It'd be me. After muttering, so only Varys can heal. He's diddling himself. What do I want to do? I do have I have one of my spirit tales that I didn't use from last time, but I think looking at this thing with my high passive perception, do I think that this is more of a construct type of intelligence just from its construction, or do I think that this is like some sort of like soul or spirit or something that I might be able to affect?
Roll an insight for me.
Okay, I'm less good at that. That's going to be a 16.
You are not sure. You're not sure about its inner workings, but you are quite sure that it's like a machine, and it seems. Yeah, I guess it'd be your best bet to think that it has a singular purpose here. But from your interactions here, you're not quite sure what this thing is capable of. You saw the other machines like talk and seem very human-like. So you know that there is like a capability for peace, but it seems like something like switched here.
Interesting. Okay.
I'd say you get that with it. Yeah.
I mean, I look around the room, 16 badgers, everybody's turned over to go fight this thing. I think Regrets just has to go with the flow in this moment. So I'm going to save that for later then. And I think I'm going to cast a spell instead. I'm going to cast a spray of cards, just like shuffle the tarot cards, and then kind of like, it's time for you to do 52 pickup and spray the cards out. It's a 15-foot cone of spectral cards, but basically it's just going to be at him. Each creature in that area must make a dex save. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d10 force damage and has the blinded condition until the end of its next turn.
Okay.
What's the distance, the spellcasting distance on the spell?
It says range self 15 feet. So how far is that from the bar? Like how far is
You're 60 feet away.
I'm 60 feet. So I would have to take a movement action and cunning action dash if I wanted to get close enough.
Yeah, and make sure the badgers aren't in the way if you can't choose.
He can move through. Make sure the badgers aren't in the way. Okay, so
Yeah, of the spell.
in the range. Yeah.
Yeah. Would I be able to? I mean, because basically it's like you said that this is like a big robot, so I could just aim it up, right?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, I'd say that. Yeah.
Okay, so then I'll do that. So I will cunning action dash. So basically, just like flip over the bar, dodging through badgers. Probably like hop up on a badger. 52 pickup, card spray, and then land. And I do want to be like the full 15 feet away from him. I don't want to dash right up to him to do this.
Yeah. You like kind of like skid, like slide, 52 pick up, shoot him. All the cards like shoot at it. Give me. Is it you roll or do they have to save?
It's for you. So dex save, and the save DC is going to be my spell save. So 16.
Ooh, 17.
Am I allowed to silver barbs that, or
I can silver barbs it.
you can silver barbs it?
Yeah, I'm watching over on the bar, so I see him about to like get out of the way, and I change up the beat. I know this musical construct will notice that and be off put by it. I miss a couple beats. I go too fast, and I'll give you the advantage.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, it gets disadvantage from the roll. Oh, that's higher. That's 25.
Well, then only half damage.
Now you
so
can silver.
10.
It like goes to like put up its gong shield, and then notices you and kind of like raises it down and catches itself the last second. And all the cards kind of like bing, boom, 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 boom.
I rolled so poorly.
It's a very obnoxious sound in here.
It takes 3 damage as a result of that.
This infernal racket.
But what kind of damage?
Force damage, I believe.
Force. Okay.
Yep, force damage. And it is not blinded because it's saved. So, and that's my turn. That's everything I got.
Pip.
Yeah. So you see Pip is kind of struggling for a moment. Regraz jumps off the badger, does this fancy card move, and then all the badgers just disappear. They all died to the
Like
AoE attack.
scanning the room.
Yeah. I go,
My brothers.
and you see him like my head is down, and I look over at you, and I'm like, I've disrespected your ancestors. And I'm gonna turn to it and take up my staff in my hands, and I'm gonna cast Shillelagh, and I'll rush into melee range.
Did you just say it? Shalala.
What's your movement?
Oh, that's a good question. My movement is 35 feet.
Okay, so you make it like halfway across the room. A little more.
And I believe that is all I can do. The Shillelagh is a full action.
It's a cantrip, eh? Yeah.
Oh no, it's a bone. I should be looking at my spells, not my actions here. This is tripping me up. It's a bonus action to touch, but then to attack would be an action I'm not in range. So that is my turn. I guess I
You
can use
can-
my action
yeah.
to dash all the way there.
Come join me.
Yeah, I'll like, and then I get kind of like get down on 3. I've got like the staff in one hand, and I'm like running on 3 legs.
What's the third leg? Whoa.
Don't look too closely.
Oh, beautiful. Pip, you freaking first stand up, you rush over. Next would be Tom.
Yeah, I'll rush up as close as I can. I'll Misty Step as a bonus action, and then I will attack this big thing.
Oh yeah, because of your cloak, huh?
I actually also have the spell.
Oh, so many misty steps. Misty crip walking.
What are you gonna do? Yeah. So I'll slap this boy twice with the flail, as I do. Where's my third? Oh, there we go. That's another one. So fucking. I rolled 2 2s.
Both misses.
No, so, well, they're 12s, but yeah, they both.
Both misses.
Did you drink the shot?
I did.
You have heroic inspiration, technically.
Oh,
I'm gonna reroll one of them.
I guess you'll take it. That's true. Might as well. That's not much better. That's a 6. So 16. Does that hit?
That's a miss. You roll up and spin your flail and doom doom, and it blocks. One with its gong. And as soon as you do the last strike, it's going to and give a shot with the table leg.
Okay.
And you see, like, as it's like swinging it, gears from its hands like move up the table leg and turn it into like a clockwork, like mace, sort of.
Okay.
And it comes crashing down on you. There's a 17 hit.
Nay.
Nay, he
Nay.
says. And it, as you kind of dodge out of the way, and it just stands in front of you imposingly.
Well, then I get to expend a charge from my porcupine cloak to deal 2d4 piercing damage to the creature that's attacked me.
Oh, beautiful. And it like doesn't realize too, as it made its swings, it looks up and one quill is like sticking out of its gears, and like you see the gears trying to move around the quills.
Got it. That's 6 damage, 6 piercing damage.
Ooh, little steam comes off the part, and it kind of breaks off the quill.
Ah.
And it kind of like hunches over, and you see like it like rolls its mechanical shoulders at you.
We seem to be evenly matched.
Is that all you could do, Sir Tom?
That's my turn.
Next, our good boy Orly.
All right. First, how's everyone looking? Is anyone like badly hurt? Like looking around the room.
I've taken damage, but I'm not like badly hurt, and I can also heal myself.
I'm definitely bloodied, and I think you see a determination in Regrats' eyes as he brushes up, clothes a bit torn and blood dripping from his mouth.
Okay. And second question for you say that the robot itself, like this clock guardian, has a keyhole in his chest?
Yeah. Or well, yeah,
Yeah,
like a hollowed out area in the shape of a key, not a keyhole.
Okay.
The keys.
Is there anything in the room that looks like a
No.
key or that might fit?
We saw a key within it last time.
Well,
So-
you saw like the shape of the key.
Okay.
Is there anything that looks like it could fit inside that
Depression.
depression? Yeah, the key shape.
No, not in the room. Even as you scan around.
Okay. In that case, Orly's gonna move to be within like 30 feet of all his companions. He's going to use a little healing word at 2nd level on Regrats. So it's 2d4 plus 5. So it's 12 points of healing
Oh, thank you.
for Regrats. And I'm going to move my spiritual weapon. How many feet can I? By 20 feet. Closer to the giant robot thing.
Beautiful. What kind of spiritual weapon did you make?
It's the spool and thread. Rather, the spool and needle.
Beautiful. It zips forward, and hovers near, I guess, Pip.
Well, it can only move 20 feet. So if the robot itself is like 60 feet, it moved 10 feet up. And like the thing was at the bar, so I think it's still like a distance away.
Yeah, it still has some ways to go.
Yeah, but I want to make it closer at least. I'm going to move it closer until he can actually attack. So moving it closer.
Beautiful.
And that'll be me.
And last but not least, Varys.
Varys shall jump off the bar to get 50 feet away from this construct, so that I can cast Shatter 60 feet away from me, which will be 10 feet behind him. So it hits him and not my allies. That's just some
Height.
bullshit.
And constructs have disadvantage, eh? I think.
A
Inorganic
non-magical
things.
object. Blah blah blah.
Oh, non-magical.
Oh, non-magical. Okay, yeah. This thing is extremely magical.
Oh, a creature made of inorganic materials such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage. And
Okay,
then a
yeah.
non-magical that isn't being blah 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 blah.
Yeah, no, that counts.
Sick. So basically, like when I hit my drum, it's like little stars appear behind him, and then they form like when stars are drawn together to show the constellation that they make up. it makes a drum shape, and then I smack my drum, and that drum behind him explodes and shatters.
It like last second tries to put up its gong shield. What rolls you need from a fair automaton?
That's going to be a Constitution save, DC 15.
But he does have disadvantage because he's made of metal.
Oh, that's a 4.
Yes.
So it like tries to put up, but it like the explosion's right behind its shield, and it like takes it. Give me that damage.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Come on, baby. Come on. 15. 15 thunder.
And it takes it, and like you see chunks of metal drop off, but then parts start to fix back up and repair in some places, but some of the damage seems to stay, and it like scans you all of the room and like locks eyes on you after what you've done. Is there anything else you could do?
Yeah, I'm gonna like, for the Lord, Avenir Rose, it's my friend. I don't know your name. I didn't catch that part of the conversation.
You've met him twice.
We're both just pretending not to know each other.
You said the words I needed to hear, young lad. Squire of Rose.
I'll give you bardic inspiration.
Oh, beautiful. And is that you?
That's me.
And you see Tom blow up this energy as you feel like the drum beat like right behind your ears almost, Tom. But this thing is going to like look at you, and its gears are going to spin fast in its eyes until it has like this reddish glow. It almost seems like pupils the way it's spinning in the design. And it looks at you, Varys, and like another arm kind of constructs from like its midsection, and it like grabs the piano. It like palms the piano, and the piano shrinks down, and it winds up and launches the mini piano at you.
Shut your mouth.
Give me a deck save.
Oh shit. This is sick. Okay. 17.
Ooh,
Needed an 8.
you dive out of the way as the piano enlarges again and crashes into the bar. Barely missing you as you hear a crash of keys and as it breaks down. But you manage to escape damage as it kind of does like a 360 spin on its torso and looks at Tom in front of him as it spins, and it's gonna like attach the gong at the end of its new hammer, and it's going to double hand swing at you and try and hit you, Tom. Ooh. Does a 27 hit?
Yeah, dude. No.
This thing also crits on 19, so that's going to be a crit.
I love it.
Give me a second.
That's good. That's good for me.
And this thing does.
As a reaction, I'm gonna negate the crit.
Oh yeah, tell me more.
Ooh, how do you how do you do it? What's
I'm
So
acted to you, Sheems.
look, so he's using the hammer, right? So I think
Yeah.
as I try to get that spool and thread closer, the spiritual weapon, it's the thing itself is like the thread is kind of coming out and like leading the spool towards it. I think with like kind of like an extra bit of like arcane effort, the spool is just gonna like launch that like needle just a bit further to try and like wrap around that the arm and just kind of just tilt it that little bit more so it kind of deviates the strike, and it just managed to like whip it out of the way, and then it kind of like retracts back.
oh, that's sick as it like kind of like drags it like downward a little bit, and it
It
doesn't
still hits,
catch
but
you.
it negates the crit and any effects the crit might have.
Oh, it's beautiful. It doesn't catch you at the head. It catches you at the midsection, Tom. Um, so it does 12 bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
but because you're wearing armor, the gong when it hits you, it's going to ring your armor.
Even if it's mithril.
Oh yeah. Even so, as it boom and it kind of vibrates off of each other, and you're gonna take an extra 7 thunder damage.
Okay. So 19 in total.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Oh. And this, yeah, and that's gonna be it as it kind of readjusts its shoulder after being kind of disrupted on that swing, kind of, and gets ready for another swing, but it's like winding up slowly, Tom. And next would be Regraz.
All right, I need to get in there. I think seeing the piano flush overhead, run in. I'm within 15 feet already, so I think really I'm trying to like get like even more out of its line of sight because that's a regrets kind of move. But what I will do is, yeah, I'm basically is anyone who? What's the distance of this? Is anybody looking really hurt?
I'm all right.
Doing all right.
Doing all right. And then I'm going to basically look towards Tom, and I'm going to whisper something that, and I think like everyone hears a bit of wind and whisper all of a sudden, but only Tom, you hear, I'm here to help. And a small spirit is going to give you guidance. So that's my bonus action is the guidance cantrip, which I can cast from 60 feet. So one of those little spirits is going to come help you. And then my main action, I'm going to attempt to attack with my tarot cards. Tom, you're within 5 feet of this thing?
I believe so.
Perfect.
Well, technically, I'm within 10 feet of it because I have reach.
Yeah, you're engaged in melee.
You right, so
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, got up in your space.
That's true.
Am I going to get sneak attack? That's my question.
Oh yeah. 100%.
yeah, he's within 5 feet of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're flanked. Maybe.
Use the silvery barbs advantage from before from CJ. I'm going to re-roll the nat 1, and then we're going to get much better, and that's going to be a 15 plus my to hit, which is 7. Is that correct? 4 plus should be 8 now. Perfect. So that's a 23 to hit. Does that hit?
What spell did you use to hit?
This is my tarot card that I throw. That's like my main weapon.
So you take out your tarot card and throw it. And it misses with its shield as it goes to block it. But suddenly, the other hand that was down at its torso that it made before juts out and catches it and throws it down. And it's going to burn up. It has a special ability to have multiple reactions, and it's going to burn up one of them to increase its AC by 4, making that a miss, making its AC. Oh, actually, I'll keep it a little bit of a mystery still.
Plus
But
4.
that
Enough
will
to miss.
cause it to miss.
All right. Regrets swears colorfully, skin of your mother. Jumping down low. All right, that's the end of my turn.
Beautiful. Pip.
It's me. Yeah, Pip, I guess, finishes whatever distance he needed to, if he's not already right by the automaton. And I guess as he kind of gets into position, there's a little bit of lingering electricity on him, and he's going to collect it all above him and summon the spirit of one of those badgers to heal him as a healing spirit.
Oh.
I cast it on myself as a bonus action. And then he lifts up his staff and he smashes it down on the foot of this thing, or one of the feet, with his shillelagh.
Give me a roll.
Here we go. That is a 21 to hit.
Oh, it has a +4.
It uses the arm again. As you're about to go, it is kind of sluggish from that needle, and misses with its shield. But that arm comes up again and kind of deflects your shillelagh, and it burns up another one of the abilities to stop the attack.
Yeah, so I kind of like, and then the magic in the staff is still there, but like it kind of just dissipates out into the air a bit. And that's my turn.
It kind of sucks that arm back up, and it like joins the rest of its body. Yeah, the next would be Tom.
Yes. I will. I'm still trying to get a handle on this creature. We'll attack it once more. All right. So I'll go at it with the flail. God damn it. So, how much is the guidance? It's +4, or it's a D4?
It's a D4, yeah. To a, I don't think it's to attack rolls. Sorry.
No.
Ability checks.
Yeah, ability checks only.
Okay. So that is an 18 to hit. I don't believe that hits.
An 18? No.
Okay. And then with my next attack, this thing's armor is too tough for even Tom Castellan.
Kind of like dodges that one.
That's a 22.
That hits.
Right.
But it's going to use the last one of its ability to form that hand, but grab the shield this time. And it's going to block with the shield. And as it does, give me a little Constitution save, Tom.
So many Constitution saves. That's a 19.
As it catches it with the gong shield, it rings, and your hands ring for a second, but then the ringing subsides.
Excellent. Excellent. That's I guess, do I have any bonus actions I can do? Oh. I could have cast Hunter's Mark. I'll cast Hunter's Mark on it. Oh, what am I doing? No.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna cast my oath on it. I should have already done that.
Nice.
You're so drunk.
Yes. Poor Tom, the drunk caster. And yeah, so with that, I will go off. That's my turn.
It like almost seems like it's like laughing at you with the way it's like hydraulics are moving up and down and the gears. It's like
You're lucky. Find my wits about me.
trails off, looks at you. Next is our good boy, Orly.
All right. Orly's going to position himself to still stay within 30 feet of his companions, if possible. And he'll bring his spiritual weapon up to attack it. As a bonus action, it'll strike. I just want to see what the bonus is to that. Okay. So that's a 23 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, cool.
You see it wants to move the arm, but it's like stuck with the gong.
7, 12 points of force damage. Then, and everyone's still looking okay.
I'm bloodied, but I'm okay.
Right. So for now, then I shall. Guess I'll toll the dead.
Ooh.
So it'll be a wisdom saving throw.
For
For it.
biz, you ding, and you see the automaton zeros in on you and the ringing. Ooh, but that is a 6, so that's a fail. Actually, no, wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
That's 12.
Okay, so still fails. 17 it needs to beat. For 18 necrotic damage.
Ooh, that takes off like a sizable chunk as the toll of the bell kind of hits it, and you see it shudders for a bit, and pieces fall off and fall to the ground.
Yeah, no, that'll be Orly.
Ooh, Varys.
Oh god, is this piano playable?
No, it is smashed to bits. It's
I'm gonna try and like press some keys to see what sounds like any of them make. And if I find like a couple that still make a sound, I'm just gonna smash them in. And then you hear nothing. I'm just gonna press cast shatter again, but through
give
the
me
piano.
give me a
instead.
little performance. Give me a performance roll.
But I'm trying to find the worst keys to pair together to make the most horrific sound.
The dissonant sounds.
But that performance is a 19.
Oh yeah, you find like a piece that's kind of like cracked where some of the like woodwork is still connected. Where you press it down, it hits something, but the way it's moved, it seems to be hitting like the wrong one when you're hitting the keys or multiple. So it's like
Snapping wires inside. So that's another con save for this beast.
save. 19.
Yeah, that'll do it.
But
Wait.
it has disadvantage.
Can I silvery barbs it?
He does have disadvantage because he's made of metal.
Yeah. That's 18.
Yeah, it still hits. It's okay. He takes half on a success. So it's not a waste. Okay, 22 half to 11. Thunderous damage again.
Beautiful. It kind of takes it as you cast the shatter, and like electricity sparks off of it, but it like reaches out its hands. Is that your turn?
Well, I'm gonna pick up some of
Yeah.
the keys and pocket them for later spells, like as components, kind of.
That's
And
it.
yeah, that'll be me.
Beautiful. Yeah, it kind of takes this electrical hit, and then it reaches out its hands and starts compressing the thunder, and it like kind of like almost pancakes it down onto the drum that it had from Hot Louie or Cold Dan, uh, and the cold kind of fades off, and electricity is imbued into the drum, and it like locks eyes on you, and like flips it down and like takes out two smaller sticks and starts locking eyes with you, and you can feel like the glow kind of piercing your eyes as it digs deep. And everybody, as like electricity forms under it and like starts spreading throughout the room, and everybody in the room, give me a con save.
No.
Save.
Here we go.
Guy and his goddamn con.
So
+3, not that it matters.
You need to beat a 16.
Yep, nope.
Hey,
That's a 15 for me. So,
that
with your
one.
bardic inspiration, Bernie?
oh, I don't want to. I don't want to use it. I don't. Wanna,
Okay.
I don't.
You are bloodied, sir. You are bloodied.
yes, but I'm also a paladin and I have full lay on hands.
Oh, never mind.
So it's like,
Do I really need it? So everybody who fails is going to be stunned until their next turn.
I'm actually gonna use that lay on hands. Now that I think about it.
Oh, fuck,
I
man.
was thinking. No, I've already said it. Go ahead.
And you're going to take 5d6. So that is
Damn.
14 thunder damage.
Okey-doke.
You take half on a successful save and aren't stunned.
Do I have time to use absorb elements before I am stunned?
You use it as a reaction?
Yeah, it's a reaction.
Oh, yeah.
And I will do so.
Absolutely. What's that do?
So I just reduced the damage from the attack of the triggering damage type.
For everyone?
Just for me. I will.
Not
For
you
everyone?
guys.
Maybe.
And then it's after it does that, it's gonna keep the beat going. It's still locking eyes with Varys. But then that other extra arm is gonna like reach up and kind of like reach into the hole, the key-shaped hole in its chest. And it actually is gonna pull a key out from the hole, but then all its like exoskeleton kind of is going to almost like flip as it holds the key, as everything starts to turn out, and you can see its gears fully on the outside turning now, and it gets kind of like serrated and spiky as it holds this key up on its back behind it, like tucked in, and grows 2 more feet. And that's going to be its turn. Progress?
What What the hell?
That looks bad.
Well.
You hear the voice of Thunder Gus. Yeah.
Well, I'm stunned, right? So
Yeah. To the
I
end
would-
of your turn.
okay. There's nothing we roll to get out of the stun, it just ends at the end of the turn.
As far as the ability goes, I'm not quite sure if there's another way to get out of stun. I don't think so.
No. That's usually it's a roll, but at the end of your turn. So if there's no roll, that's great. At least we're out of it.
Kind of shake off the zap, the electricity kind of coursing through your scales.
Nasty. Oh, yeah, that's the end of my turn.
I'll give you time if you want to like assess the scene or anything as you're kind of shaking off that buzz, if you like.
I mean, passive perception 20. What am I getting on these new spiky what's happening here?
Even with that, you're not sure. You just know it's changed some sort of form, and it looks more dangerous.
Okay. But does it look healthier? I think is my main.
No, it doesn't look like it repaired itself.
All right. Quickly, everyone, back to your senses.
Next would be Pip.
What? It's my turn.
I'll put a spell on you. Tom?
Yeah, same thing for me.
Orly?
Am I stunned?
Yeah.
Can I do anything?
We're all
Like-
Oh, we all failed.
There is.
On my turn. That's it.
The true D&D experience.
Cute. And it's going to
Fuck,
kind of
fuck,
like
does
and scuttle over to Tom, and it's going to try and bash down on you 3 times. Like it's going to connect the gong back on the hammer, so it has like this makeshift hammer with gears and like the gong at the end, kind of like a flat end.
But the
And
stun ends at the end of my turn?
the stun ends at the end of your turn. Yeah.
Okay. So
But it went back to the top.
So he doesn't have like advantage to hit me though.
No, because end of your last turn.
Yeah. Cool.
And it's going to bash down on you. That does not hit. That is a 20. Oh, that's another 19 plus 7, so 26. There's another crit.
Silvery Barb's the crit.
How do you do it? You throw a card at him?
I think my Silvery Barbs comes from the Bard magic. And I think all of you saw last time that I had the tambourine and the maracas. This time I think I whip out my third instrument, which is a panpipe. And
Hey, nice. Dude.
That's the 17, so that one's gonna miss. As it kind of clocks your music as you play and wants to play with you, and then it catches itself.
and the advantage will go to Tom.
But this thing, when it uses just melee attacks, gets 3 attacks. So it's going to shoot one more down at you, Tom, for 19.
That doesn't hit.
Miss. It,
My sentinel shield.
yeah, it kind of wildly. That's going to be its turn as it stands in front of you, waiting.
Well, you shall wait no longer.
Next would be Regraz.
We shall wait a little bit longer.
Okay. Poof. What can I do here? It's still right next to him. I think what I'll do is it's just ability checks. I'm like, should I just give you guidance again? Have you even used the guidance yet?
Yes, I've been using the guidance, and I was still missing the last times. Oh no, I haven't used guidance yet because it wasn't for attack rolls.
It's just once and for one ability check.
Okay, no, I have not used it yet because we're in combat.
Yeah.
Wait, that doesn't count as saving throws. It would just be for skills then, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
No, not yet.
Skills are like a raw strength check or something.
Bless is the one that does.
Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah. Okay. So since I don't have anything to do with that, I think I'm going to take like the steadying bonus action. And basically just kind of like, crouch, take a pose, really get the card just right. Maybe just like flip 2 cards into my hand and then throw the 2 cards, and hopefully one of them is going to hit. So that's an 18 a hit or a 23.
The 18 misses, but the 23, it's gonna burn one of its reactions to pose disadvantage on you. It's kind of going to flick out a gear, and it's gonna kind of hit your wrist as you're shooting it.
All right, reroll.
So give me that other roll.
All right. The card. She's like, come on. Okay, wait, that was cocked. Gotta honor the cock. This is 16 plus 8, so it's better.
Oh yes, that it's still, even with its wonky trajectory, still manages to hit.
Perfect. And then I get to roll a d4. I got a 4, so that's the wild ace. I can choose any of these. I think I want to do the extra damage. Roll my sneak attack and add it to the playing card's damage. So 4 plus dex is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 8 damage plus 2d6 for sneak attack. 1. Come on, roll better than that. 2, 3. So that's 11 damage. And at the start of its next turn, it takes we round down in D&D. It takes 1 additional damage at the start of its next turn.
What kind of damage?
Whatever damage my Taroka cards do, which I believe is slashing. Ooh, or I should... Hold on, sorry. I just reread the other ability. Instead of doing that ability to do the 1 damage at the next turn, I will use the shackle one. So the target's speed is halved. It can't make more than 1 attack on its turn while its speed is reduced in this way. And it's only until the start of my next turn.
Damn. You see the card hits it, and like kind of that that moisture and the vapor that you usually command with your crystal kind of like bloop, bloop, blops out of the card and like gets into the gears and kind of like wets it, and like you see steam coming out of it, and it like slows it down. Can you do anything else, boy? That was a nice turn. That was
pretty good. That was pretty good.
As like the water was getting to more and more parts.
All right, that is all.
Pip.
All right, I take advantage of the situation and of this moment. Pip dives under or between the legs of this large automaton and comes out on the other side as a dire wolf, going to wild shape.
Shit.
Um, and I'm opposite of where Tom is. And so I'm going to sort of like pounce up onto one of its legs as it's sort of focused, slamming down on Tom. I'm going to bite into it and see what we get here.
Ooh, give me that roll. Pretty sweet scene.
Dire wolf.
Would you like do like a roll under his legs and like turn into a wolf?
Because normally he's kind of just like big, not too
Lumbering.
nimble. Yeah,
Yeah.
nimble. I'm going to use my heroic inspiration to give myself advantage on this attack.
Ooh.
So I'm going to mark that off because it's been there for a very long time. Come on, baby. That's a natural 20.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
There
dude,
you go.
Ooh. Damn. Give me that damage.
Yeah, I get like between the joint, maybe it's some like wires and gears, some smaller bits and pieces in there.
Big money.
Dire wolf. Okay, so the attack is it's 1d10 plus 3. But I also have 3d6 from the absorb elements that I get to roll of the same damage type, and I believe it was lightning.
Yeah.
Ooh, so that's max?
And it's max dice and then rolled afterwards. So, what is that? 18. So just the max would be 28,
Damn.
and then with the roll, that's another 11 lightning
Oof.
and 1d10 and 9 piercing plus 3. So 11 lightning and 11 piercing.
I think you forgot to add the +3 on the first attack, so it's actually plus another 3 damage.
I don't think we add the plus on the first one, do we? On the max?
Yeah.
We do?
Oh, we do?
I thought we
haven't been
did. I
doing
thought it
that
was
at
max
all.
damage plus
Oh,
dice.
okay. I thought it was max dice damage then plus.
Yeah, shit.
I think.
Well,
I think that comes out to the same thing if it's max
Okay,
damage plus
yeah.
dice or just
Oh,
if it's
max dice
damage,
plus
it's
da-
max damage.
yeah, it's the same thing. So never mind.
Okay.
Ça vient au main.
All right.
oh, you reach in and bite down and release this lightning that you've been holding and kind of like thunderfang it and like hit wires in its legs and it like hits the water that was dripping down from Regras's attack too. And it like really like shorts it out as you like let go. And like you see it like drops down to the knee. That leg drops down to a knee and it drops a little shorter. And its arms like slump a little bit. And it kind of like boots back up again, but that leg is kind of wonky. And you hear, resistance is futile, you clods. As it tries to like gear back up.
It sounds to me like resistance is working.
This place will be your grave.
Does it sound like all the patrons speaking at the same time?
Oh yeah, voice layered on top of each other.
Terrifying.
You will become a clockwork patron. One of us. Kind of shorting. And then fully powers back and stands up. But worse for wear. Can you do anything else, my good boy Pip?
That is my turn.
Tom,
Very well.
you see it's still struggling to get up in front of you, Tom.
Once again, I will strike with my oath. Oh, God damn it. That was far. Pretty good at first. So 25?
That hits.
Okay. I like that. So, yeah. So, 13 bludgeoning and 3 fire damage. Then my next strike. Can I use that? What's the inspiration from Varus? It's a reroll?
D10 Bardic.
Okay, beautiful. Does a 23 hit?
You see it like goes. You're about you like change up and go over the shield. But as you're about to hit, that arm comes up and
Boink.
kind of catches it and knocks it back. And you, as you do, what'd you get? 23?
Yeah.
You feel a shock of lightning course through your mace, and you take 2 damage
All right.
as it blocks you out. But you've realized as you've been striking it that your attacks now with your mace. Oh, what kind of damage is it? It's
I do
bludgeoning.
bludgeoning and fire.
Yeah, your attacks now seem to be sinking a little deeper, and more pieces seem to chunk off. But you did get this electric charge back on you, on that miss.
Okay.
But you feel like you're striking more true.
Cool. Do I have any bonus actions? We can do that. I can cast Hunter's Mark on it now. I'll just have to remember that I'm doing. Yeah, I'll do that.
Sounds hype.
So I'll get another D6, I believe, at first level. Yeah, I'll get another D6 to my damage. And that's my turn. And then I think next turn, honestly, if it keeps fucking around, I think next turn is going to get the smite.
That's a threat if I ever heard one.
Gonna get Ooh, now I'm quaking in my boots. Orly.
Okay. Can I ask again? How's everyone looking?
Pretty fucked up now. I'll be real.
I'm bloody now.
Kind of in the same spot.
All right. You know what? That case, I'm going to cast a mass cure wounds on
Oh
everyone.
shit.
Right? Oh, yeah.
I like that.
So that's 13, 19, 24 points of healing.
Oh, that's
Oh, that
That's
helps.
Everyone.
That's big. Those are big
That's
numbers.
huge.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
I think it's for. Wait, let me just check. It's for 6 creatures. Are any of your badgers still up?
No.
No, they're all dead.
Okay, and
They're all
Smoopsy isn't with
done
us.
now.
Okay,
Too bad.
Is the
Okay.
bear here?
He's in a
No,
room
he went to bed,
separately
yeah.
somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the room.
Get down here.
Only do not forget the bear. We must save him.
He's too far. And then I'll use bonus action spiritual weapon to
Nice.
try and thread some thread through the clockwork gears. So a 25 to hit.
That hits.
How does Bobby Business get any return customers?
How do they
6,
return if they never leave?
19 force.
this hotel in California?
It is standing tall but shambolic. Pieces are dropping off. It's not moving with the same vigor it was before. It's kind of like a little bit more mechanical. It's just like talking a little more too. It's like, this is useless. You're stuck here. You didn't sign the visitation log. You will stay, stay, stay. Yes. Orlick, you do anything else?
I'll ask him like, well, I'd like to if I can. Do you wanna tell us where that is?
The chance has passed. You
But,
are
like,
stuck here.
how am I gonna write a good review for the Inns Inn if I don't have a chance to write in the log?
Your reviews are unnecessary.
Oh, damn! I didn't think this place was that well known.
Your death
Okay.
is inevitable. Mm.
That'll be my turn.
Varys.
I shall scramble on top of the piano, move some of the wood out of the way, pull up one of the strings, pull it taut. That's a nice performance you've been having, but I got a couple notes. And I'm gonna send out a little starry wisp at him. It's 60 feet, and I was 50 feet from him, so I assume the piano
Yeah,
is at
yep,
like
you're
20
good.
feet from me. So I'm gonna try and hit this bastard. Oh, I miss. I miss. That's a 10. Unless I can do something about that.
It you you shoot this out, and as it does, it kind of like moves in the way of it, and
Shit.
you see a glow come from its gong, and it's going to knock your spell down back. It's gonna kind of deflect and hit both Pip and Tom.
What the fuck?
Can I use a reaction for protection so I can impose no, I can't.
Also, I'm technically behind it.
Oh,
I mean, I am behind it.
true enough.
Yeah, the way it
Wait.
Okay, all right.
Went through the legs. It's true.
it's going to like split and kind of.
Right.
Shit. Magic.
Are you gonna do something, Tom?
No, I can't.
Okay.
Can I silvery barbs Varys to make it nice? Like, does that work?
I think it kind of already
Yeah.
happened.
Okay.
In like,
It's the same reason
like
why
he already did miss, kind of.
Yeah,
You
I
know.
know.
Yeah. So roll your damage to hit your
Oh.
boys.
All right, let's hope I roll low. Oh, I did 4 damage. 4 radiant, I believe.
plus.
That's it. It's a cantrip spell, so it's just 2d8.
Something's hit me like a small bug.
I'm like
That's
biting at
stone.
the spot.
A large bug or a stone. Excuse me.
Oh God.
Is that you?
That's me.
Oh, baby. It's going to kind of look around at you guys and kind of spin and form 2 hands kind of retract all its hands and then form two like big beefy ones. And it's gonna pick up the electrified drum and do the same thing once more, and locking eyes with you, Varys, once more. And then
It's a
I'm
drum.
going to need a Constitution save from everyone in the room once more.
Fuck.
Feeling.
These concerts.
Not bad.
Let's go. Fucking nat 20, baby.
Hey, that.
Nice.
24.
Nice.
Give me the damage.
Am I still
You
close
need to
enough to
beat
you?
a 16, Con.
Uh,
Um,
yeah.
We're right in face of each other, so you should be.
Actually.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Then
Everybody,
I got an
everybody
18.
around the beastie gets +3. Don't forget.
It's
That
10
is
feet around the beast.
going to be 17 thunder damage. You don't get stunned this time, though, if you failed. You just take full damage.
I got a 21, so I think I
How
saved.
much? How much damage?
17 thunder damage.
Oh, geez.
Half of you saved.
What was the DC we have to beat?
17.
Okay, cool. 17 damage,
Sorry,
17
16.
DC.
It'd be a 16.
Okay. 16 and then 17 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Half we save.
Okay.
Cool.
But Regraz's water is still going to like drip down and react with some loose wires, and it's going to short and drop down. It goes, you clods! I'll get all you clods! And Regraz, it would be your turn.
Hails to the yes. What can I do here? These are con saves. And then after my turn, Tom goes. Who goes first after me between Pipith and Tom?
Pip.
Pip, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think like going into my pouches once again, I use a bonus action. This is one of my last uses of this. And I whip out a chessboard. And on the chessboard, all of a sudden, these like water droplets like form into these like little ice chess pieces that look like each of my companions. And one of them is the boss. And I take the one that's Pipith and I go, checkmate. Or checkmate. And as I do so, that piece kind of like gets like a draconic like look to it. Because this is dragon chess, and I don't know how you play dragon chess for real, but I give a buff to the chess piece, which translates over to you. You're going to get like kind of like a like water, but like flowing as if it was fire for a moment. That kind of like envelops your claws and your bite. The first time that you make a successful attack roll before the start of my next turn, you deal damage equal to my level in this class, which is currently 4. So it's just an extra 4 damage.
Hey, still pretty cool.
Pretty nice. Pretty nice.
Every little bit helps. And that's my
Yeah.
bonus action. And I'm going to do just an attack as my main action. And hope we hit. That's going to be a 7 and 18 to hit.
That's going to miss. It's going to put its shield up and knock it down.
Aye. But that was unfortunately the last use of my cards, and my deck needs to recharge. All right, end of my turn.
All right. I feel this strange magic envelop me, and in my direwolf form, I just kind of look up and howl out, but it's like muffled as if you're hearing it underwater. And can I do like a check to see if I connect with that magic, that part of the wood? I don't think I've really seen or heard of it before. Like I knew of Regraz before, but he wasn't really connected to this before.
Yeah. Yeah. Give me our nature or arcana.
Okay. We'll do Arcana. It's a 16.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. You and what exactly are you trying to get a read? You're trying to get a read on.
The water.
Regraz's magic, like the water magic.
Yeah. This seems like it's a part of the wood, but also not. Um, his magic seems to almost come from a similar place that Varys's magic comes from. Um, a sort of wild element that has some sort of root here. So you could feel it's connected in some way, but it's almost foreign and wild and unchecked.
But also, I
But
guess in a
they're
way,
harnessing it.
it also reminds me of Ori.
Yes.
Okay.
But at another side.
Yeah. Okay. And then I come out of the howl and I jump onto it and I'm going to attack it. I didn't actually have to use my heroic inspiration before because I get pack tactics.
True. Yeah.
Um,
So yeah, you still have it.
beautiful. So I'm just
Your
going to
case has
attack.
been pleaded, sir.
I'm going to attack. Advantage. That is not a 30. That's a 13 plus 5, 18 to hit.
You go to bite it near the, well, I guess it may be a different leg this time.
Hmm.
Um,
I just go like higher up that leg.
oh, beautiful. But its gears are gonna kind of send out a shock as you go to bite it. You said you rolled an 18, so you take 4 thunder damage as you try and bite down on this creature, on this automaton.
Does that mean I miss?
Yes, you do miss. Shit.
I missed. You miss. All right.
Do I hold on to that extra damage though?
You do, but it's only until the start of my next turn. So.
Okay. All right. That's my
Is
turn.
that you? Is that
Yes, sir.
all? All right, Tom. Oh no, that smile.
East.
Yeah.
The smite of the Lord Habanero rose. And yeah, he's going after him. So fuck yeah, dude. Does a 27 hit?
That hits.
Yeah. How's that feel?
Like nothing, you Claude.
I'm gonna put a second level smite in there.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm tired of this boy. So, first of all, that's going to be 16 bludgeoning, 10 radiant. It's another 6 fire, and then 5 from my hunter's mark.
Yeah.
Is it still up?
It's still up, but you are chunking pieces off of him.
Well,
And-
guess what? Guess what? I'm attacking again.
Yeah, let's go.
My second attack. That's a 16 on the die, so that's 26.
That hits.
And you know what? It's a third level smite this time. 'Cause I'm tired of you.
See Tom's muscles like rippling.
I'm tired of this tirade.
And you could almost smell fresh roses.
I don't have another 8 of them. Christ, yeah, you can smell fresh roses. I'm shitting all over this thing. Okay. Bludgeoning first.
It smells like
11.
Roses really smell like
11 bludgeoning. 14 radiant. 6 fire. 5 hunters mark.
You just rage, and you see pieces and gears flying everywhere, and even the trumpet fly off. It drops one of his drums as he's still clinging to the thunder one, almost like it's magnetized to him. And like keys fly, and you could almost hear some of the voices fade off. And it goes, "No, stop! This is against the rules. No." But at the end of your barrage, the shambling automaton still stands, wobbling on thin gears. As it
And as a bonus action, what can I do? Not much. Nothing. No, I already have a concentration spell up, so everything else. Oh, this is a bonus. Oh no, it's also concentration. Nope. I'm good.
Orly.
All right, how's everyone looking?
So just kill this thing.
How's it looking then?
Shambling. Shambolic.
Okay.
Like you won't get away with this.
Cool. I'll roll for guiding bolt, the second level. So that's a 26 to hit.
Oh, baby.
God damn, that hits.
Fantastic.
But it is going to use 2 of its things, reactions, to pose disadvantage on you.
Okay.
He said it was out of charges. He lied to us.
So 19 instead.
The 19 is going to miss.
Okay.
I didn't say it was charges.
8 crazy dice.
We'll rewind the tape.
3 things, reactions, actually, that it gains back. Those 3 reactions.
Then bonus action for the spiritual weapon.
But when it imposes disadvantage and you miss, that spell hits the first creature standing in the way of the attack. Instead, but I'd say it's the one closest to him as he deflects it. So it would hit Tom. Actually, you know what? I'll roll a d6. See if it hits Tom or Pip. Pip's even, Tom is odd.
Makes sense.
That's odd. So that's Tom.
Bring it.
Let's see. 4, 7, 12. 5, 12. Yeah, 12 points of radiant.
You, Tom. So it kind of puts up its gong and deflects it.
Would you say that it's hitting me in this regard?
I would say it's hitting you. The spell is hitting you, not it.
So can I attack it with my for another?
I said melee attack, no?
Eh?
I said melee attack, no?
I don't know. It's not specified.
I'm gonna say it's melee attack.
It is specified. It is specified.
I'm gonna say melee attack. Yeah, so no. No, so
12 damage.
was there anything else you wanted to do, Orly? Sorry.
Yeah, I rolled the bonus action attack for my spiritual weapon.
All right. The spiritual weapon.
Yeah, it's a nat 20.
Oh,
Come on.
god damn.
Just a little
So clutch.
slap from the needle.
So it's 18 plus 5. Oh, no, sorry. 16 plus 5 is 21, 24, 29 points of force damage.
How do you want to dismantle this automaton?
At this point, it's 2d8 plus 5 because I initially cast it at the 4th level.
That's insane.
And so, right before, because I'd been attacking it so often, the threads have kind of woven their way through all like the gears of this clockwork guardian. So it suddenly starts like seizing, and it can't move anymore because there's just so much thread tangled up between its gears. And so then I think it's gonna end in Orly's hand, the thread, and he's gonna yank on the thread, kind of just like thread it up, like kind of tear it apart,
Yeah, hell yeah.
if possible.
And it breaks off, and you see amidst the pieces falling and crashing are the instruments that it was using, the gong and the little makeshift hammer it had. And and all the pieces tumble down, and Orly and Regraz, you spot as it's falling the shape of a key in the middle of the mass falling down as it crashes into a pile. You're left in the room with the pieces.
That was harrowing.
There's not another one gonna happen, right?
Someone check.
Like poke at one of the metal bits. It's not moving. It's not moving. So, is that a good sign? I think so.
Suddenly, you see movement from the mass,
I'm
and
trying
a
to
rat.
kick it.
Yeah, a rat runs out from the pile and runs and scurries up.
I cast something at the rat then.
Oh yes, go ahead.
This is the thing that I mentioned at the beginning of the session. I cast my tarot deck. Like there's one card that still has magic in it, which is the one I've been holding this whole time. And I whisper the story of the Fae. He has to make a wisdom save or be charmed by me. It's a very short charm. It's like a 6-second charm. It's until the end of its next turn.
It might just be enough.
This rat is immune to being charmed.
What? I pounce on it.
And you see it does the spell, and it doesn't even break stride. It almost like looks back at you as it's like running. Give me
What
an
is this?
athletics. And if you want to try and grab it, anybody, the rest of you guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Instead of going for the rat, can I just go for the key?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up the key.
Rat.
I don't want the rat to grab the key, so I'm gonna grab the key for anything.
That's 27. If you want to talk about athletics, big boy.
Damn.
Ooh.
I think that'll do.
That's my rat. That's my rat.
Ooh. Yeah, no. You grab it as it like dodges out from the rest of everyone, and you scoop it up, and it like wiggles in your hand.
Dirt boy.
Unhand me, you clod.
Oh, that's
Like-
coming from the rat.
Slums down its arms.
Like holding it.
I'm a prestigious salesman.
I'll come up to Tom and just like snarl right in the rat's face.
Woodman.
I'll turn back.
It kind of like nuzzles against you.
Hey, what was that?
Tom goes, keep him away from me.
Give us the ledger so we can walk out of here in peace, creature.
Oh, clods, it's too late for that.
There's no such thing as too late.
It's you have the key. You have the key. You don't need the ledger anymore.
Didn't we sign? Didn't we sign a ledger on the way in?
No.
I think we just gave him 2 gold each and thought that was the entrance fee, but I guess there was an additional part.
I remember signing some sort of it said visitation ledger or whatever. We were required to do it.
Yeah,
That's
wait a
right.
minute. He's absolutely right.
We
did
know who signs. You didn't read the door, you clods.
Don't you remember I came in after everybody else? What do you think I was doing? Just standing there looking at the door? I was signing the ledger.
The door says how long you're staying. You didn't state how long. Clods.
Stop calling us that, I start shaking.
You got any jars back there in the back of the bar?
Was
Nothing
this
for
a
you,
kitchen?
Badger.
No.
Let
for
me
your new
go.
home.
Let me return to my brothers.
I'll
go look into the kitchen. Because the whole kitchen back there.
Yeah, there's a bunch of jars in the kitchen.
What is this key?
I think it might be for the door.
And it like.
I think I'm going to keep this creature. It's quite cute, in fact. I will take it on my journeys to the land of the rose.
What about the bear?
Ah, yes, the bear. Creature! Shake it up. Tell me, what is to be done with the bear?
Oh, the bear. It was going to be another patron.
Oh,
Target log work. Oh dear.
You will lead me to him.
Okay, put me down.
No, you just
Here. I found a jar. I poked some holes in the top of the mason jar thing so we can breathe.
I'll try and shove him in the jar.
This is quickly going to turn into Wayside. Dead rat mascot. Yeah, you shove him into the jar and close it. You hear him. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Ding, 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 ding.
All right, show me where.
And he like
Put it on the
points
ground. It's like,
to one of the side rooms.
It's
And
kind of like a square one though, but with the rounded edges. So it's just thunk, 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 thunk.
and he rolls over to one of the rooms at the left. There's 4 rooms at the corners.
Yeah.
And you go through, and the bear is passed out, honey on his face, and his snout, his shirt.
Can I open the other doors?
No.
You could. There's nothing in there. There's no people in there. There's just like beds, like a little dresser, side table, and like a bathroom area. It seems with a little like showering mechanism
I'll just grab
with
the bear.
running water.
I'll kind of like throw the bear over my shoulder.
You what?
I'll just throw the bear over my shoulder.
Oh, beautiful.
Come on.
The rat like stops. Goes, let me go. I'll tell you the way out.
Well, tell us the way out first, and then when we're out, we'll let you go.
Thank you.
You didn't sign the ledger, so you don't get to decide. The ledger of deciding was not signed by you, so you stay in the jar.
Oh, the irony. He rolls over to the door behind the bar. The big round oak door. And he goes, press the key against it.
Oh,
Pick up the stuff.
just a second. I'm gonna grab some food and such.
Yes.
You don't
The
want anything?
instruments? Anyone want some instruments? You are all
oh,
magic.
yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
I'm gonna look around the place to see if there's anything worth taking.
Yeah. What about all the money that we had given and the bones? Are those behind the bar too?
No.
Okay. Bobby business, too slick with it.
But if we open, there's the oak door behind the bar, the magically sealed door. That's not the one that we came in through.
Yeah.
Open this one, Orly.
That's the one he wants us to open, but let's just pick up the stuff that we'll gather the things that have fallen here, and then we will go. I'll pick up the big hammer.
You know, I gotta get the Gus's Thunder Bust and
Yeah.
Cool Dance drum and all that jazz.
Is it still like?
It's too bad the piano's not there.
Yeah, the piano.
It's kind of broke. He has the keys.
I got some
He has
keys.
Yeah.
I got the keys.
If you want, I can cast mending on it.
Ooh.
Piano.
Would it actually? I think it's a magical, like expanding, or maybe that was him who did it.
I mean,
Give it
I
a
don't
try.
think- I'll go and I'll like cast mending on the piano pieces.
Beautiful. Is that for mending's for simple repairs? No, like one tear. No.
Let me see. A single break or tear in an object you touch, such as a broken chain, link two halves of broken.
Yeah, I'd
as long
say-
as the break or tear is no more than 1 foot in any dimension. But I can do it multiple times.
Yeah, I think it would take a little bit. No, you have time. Yeah, you have time to fix it.
Blocks.
I'll say you have time to fix it. And once you
Oh wait,
put
I have
the-
mending also, so I'll just help him. Too.
Two of you.
the
Just
you
three.
guys get the full thing together and the last piece in, you're gonna have to put those keys back too that you took.
It's not gonna be magical or anything, but it'll be a piano.
Oh, as soon as you put that last piece in, it shrinks down
Yes.
to a pocket-sized piano.
Can you bring it back to the right size though? You can't play it like that.
I'll look for like sort of mechanism.
Yeah, there's like a little switch by the sustain pedal.
I think it's this.
Ow.
Yes, if there's nothing else of note, I would go grab some food from the kitchen just to replenish rations and such, water and etc. And if there's any like interesting teas, I'll grab those too.
Ooh. They just have
Honeybee tea.
yeah, it's like some honey like honeyed tea in jars. Lots of that, and they do have like assortment of simple syrups. So there's like a rosemary simple syrup. There's like a cinnamon one. There's a lavender simple syrup.
Okay. Potentially might be able to use those for a little extra taste to different things. All right. Well, I'll grab a couple of those, and then. Oh, sorry for keeping you guys. Just wanted to get some food and stuff because my stores have been going a bit low. But yeah, I can open the door if you want. I'll go and turn the key on the large door.
Just ready to punch some rats.
You open it, and it's basically just the darkness, the impenetrable darkness, like the veils that you've seen before.
Well, where does this go? I'm gonna look at the rat.
We had a job. We're supposed to drop you off. Don't feel I should say.
Well,
You're gonna have to kill me.
I start shaking him around again.
It's like,
I shake him around again.
oh, Bobby. Why? No, I'm still not gonna say anything.
Do it again.
We'll let you out.
It's fine. I'm prepared to die.
Maybe if we give him some honeybee. Honeybee.
Okay, okay, stop.
Put him in a
Please.
sack. Put him in a sack, and I'll just spin him around like my flail.
Please no.
I think he's ready to talk now.
I don't think he's learned his lesson. I don't know.
We were supposed to, if you got stuck in here, we're supposed to keep you until we make it to the grandest part of the safari.
So
The
you're
fountain. Nothing leaves the fountain.
Why not?
It's too hungry.
Oh. So it eats people, things, or everything?
Oh yeah. Once you're in its exhibit, you're toast.
Oh, so you know where to put it now.
Me?
I'm not going to the safari. I must return my materials to my boys.
Do you have them, by the way?
No, I'll have to speak to Bobby on the outside. Make sure he upholds his end of the bargain.
Are they in here or are they outside, though?
I don't know. Where are the materials that I bartered for, Rat?
That's another division. I know not of your deal.
Well, will have to be discussed.
Oh, thank God he didn't shake. Oh.
So do we just like walk through the door then?
Well, not this one.
Like, do we? He said to walk through this one. But bring him. Put him first.
Wait, why don't we just try the door we came in?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'm gonna go and try and use the key on the door that we came in from.
It doesn't.
There's no keyhole.
I think we have to
The
jump
key
out
doesn't
of the
fit.
moving vehicle, as they say.
Very well. Through the next door. This cursed place.
I'll secure the key on my person, and yeah, I'll scout ahead, I suppose. My passive perception. Keep an eye out, check things out.
What's the order of leaving here?
I'm alright going first, as I said, just to get an eye on things.
I think you start to head out first, and I think Regrets is going to stop you.
If you have the key, you should go last. Maybe it'll affect the portal.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, I'll go. Or then, do you want the key? I don't really need it.
Sure. Regrets can go last. Yes.
I'll take the key if you hand it to me.
Sure.
Perfect.
Then, as everyone gets ready to go, I just like go looking through all the alcohol bottles. I want to try and find like a nice old good bottle of something and pocket it.
Top shelf.
Past like the various amounts of honeybee, sorry, you find some old like vintage mead that seems to be like perfectly chilled still.
Oh, we take that.
And there's like a little carving of a there's a little carving of a tanuki in it on the bottle.
This looks very good. We can share this later. If we get too hot.
But I don't say that too loudly, and I put it into my bag surreptitiously.
Did I notice the exchange between Orly and Regrets?
It wasn't. I mean, I wasn't trying to hide it. I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, okay. And I like,
Say, gentlemen, would you mind if I went last with the key? I'm still holding the bear as well.
at this point, the key's out of my hands. I'm like,
Regret, I have further business with this Bobby, and I would like assurances in the future that I won't be trapped here again.
Shrug. Here you go. And then just walk through the door, I guess.
Sooner we're out of here, the better.
Fair enough.
You pass through the veil first.
Oh.
This-
I was going.
oh, you're going first. Or-
Yeah, that's why I passed off the key.
and this sense of calm washes over you as you pass through the veil. But a moment later, you kind of the door swings open and you tumble onto the dirt into just a regular looking forest. Like basically you pass through the whole time in the wood. No particularly special trees here, just oaks littered about, and Bobby kind of stops as you kind of fly out of his little carriage shop.
Oh, I
And
guess
it's
you meant
like it's still small as you kind of like shoot out. So it's like wagon sized, much too small. It doesn't feel like you came out of there at all, but you have, because you're lying on the ground.
I didn't think you meant literally jumping out of a moving vehicle. I'm gonna get up from. Hey Bobby, I need to write something in a visitation log. You need to leave my review.
Certainly. A lot of more people fall for that than you think. And he kind of has he takes out the book and gives it to you. And on top of it, on the top of the page, it says how long you staying. And as you look down at that and look up at the door, you kind of get the feeling that something is there too. I know, actually, as you're holding the book, you look up at the door and it says etched in it, how long you staying.
Okay. I'm gonna wait for the others to come through before I write anything though.
Who's going second? Regraz, you tumble out of the cart. It's not moving this time, but still, again, it's wagon sized and absurdly small as you're like laying on the ground in front of it, in front of like the open doorway.
I see just Orly writing in the book.
Yeah,
Bad.
and Bobby just the cloak, the mask, just like.
Well, before I write, I'm gonna look at it, but yeah.
Yeah.
That was like, yeah, this contract was in my head. I'm like, wait, maybe I should check things to make sure that there's nothing written in small print anywhere. So I'm gonna like
No,
give it
there's
one
nothing in small print. It just says how long you stay in at each page, and you see various names. You see like a week ago, if you're going back, Percival's name is a few times. 3 weeks back is the bear, his login, and then like a bunch of names you don't really recognize.
What does Percival say when he says when he's gonna leave? How long is he
It just says 10 minutes on it.
Okay.
It says Percival Peevers, 10 minutes.
Can I put however long I want?
Yeah.
I shall leave when I choose.
First time I'm seeing that one. Smart man.
Then I'll just close the book and keep it.
Keep it?
Until everyone else leaves, yeah.
Just leave with the book.
Yeah.
Excuse.
Next,
I'll go next.
same thing. You pop out on the floor, instruments in hand. And you see Graz and Orly up, Orly with the book, and Bobby just kind of like moving his cloak.
Bastard.
Don't like my business.
Those are some pretty crude business practices you got there. You don't know how to run a true business with returning customers that you have loyalty to.
Oh, this
Although I
is
don't
just
know
a
anything about
side
it.
gig.
Snarl at him.
Pip,
Stumble out.
you dirt covered. There's like an
Always.
impression on the ground now from everyone like popping out of this one spot.
Oh, I look up, look at them. Go. All of you, move away from him.
Okay. Yep.
Alright.
Walk away.
Hold out my staff. I'm gonna cast Entangle on Bobby Business.
You go to cast Entangled. It restrains and grapples, I believe.
Yeah, he has to make a strength save.
He does not. As
Alright.
your vines go to grab him, the cloak is going to dissipate, and a bunch of rats are going to drop out from the cloak and scurry off into the
Whoa! Well, it's a good thing it's a 20-foot area of effect, so all those rats need to make strength saving throws.
They cannot be grappled or restrained.
Fuck!
So they're unlike the little rat
They
that
can't be
we had.
charmed.
Yeah,
They can't be grappled.
These things are crazy. They're crazy.
Alright, alright.
Interesting.
I feel some doubt there. I will show you guys the stat block. I'm not making this up. I swear.
Blasted vermin.
I believe you.
Go ahead, let them scurry.
Do you want to try and get him on?
We already have one.
I guess.
You see, he's like banging against it, saying something, but it's like muffled in the jar.
Am I out yet?
Yeah, Tom has the jar.
Oh yes, Tom, you come out, but no Bobby business.
I need to go last. I have business with him.
Well, I'll come back because now I'm just going to keep this little rat. I will keep you until I meet with Bobby again.
Oh no!
Oh, yes. You're in trouble now, Rodent.
I'm not even Bobby.
Which one is Bobby?
No, I'm the other guy. Oh,
Who's the other guy?
Oh, he's the guy that gives information.
They're different departments.
just
Okay, he
let
can
me-
get you all kinds of information then.
Yeah, I'll tell you whatever you need. Just bring you back to my brothers.
I think not, Rodent.
Oh.
I have further. Once my you are like insurance, is what you are. When my dealings with Bobby are complete and I have the materials necessary, you will be returned to Bobby. I'll even take his little cart with me. I pick up his Little magic card. Gentlemen, it has been an honor and a pleasure seeing, serving, and fighting you. With you. Still a little drunk off that honey. Once again, I'm off to find my kin.
Did you want the book? Or
Did you bring the bear with you?
Yeah, I
yeah,
still
bear was over one shoulder.
Oh my god.
I got the bear.
What do you do with that
I got
guy?
the jar. I'll slump the bear over the
The ends.
wagon. And then I'll pick it up.
Some
Is it like a
tiles
hard top or a soft top like Pilgrim's wagon?
It's a hard top.
Okay.
Some tiles, some shingles fall off.
Thumbs up, absolutely. I pick up the wagon. Still have the jar. Tuck the jar in my shirt. Stay cozy in there.
Yeah. Wait, leave me with the woodman instead?
No, I think not. You're coming with me, in fact.
Wait, Tom, if you're taking the wagon, do you want the book? So that, like, if you want to use the wagon, you can then, like, leave?
Sure. I thought that's why I kept the key, but that could work as well.
Well, that way, also, like, your boys can go in and out of it, too.
No, I don't think I'd ever let them in a place like that.
Well, all the bugbears, maybe? It's an easy way to transport them.
Perhaps.
Orly, how did you write in that book?
I wrote with some charcoal.
Can I use the charcoal?
Okay. Hand over.
I want to scurry up and try and write like a little asterisk next to the last when you're in, and then put a little footnote unless you don't want to be.
It's in writing!
It's binding.
Bobby's not gonna like that!
The
That's
smallest little
Rat.
print.
The finest of prints.
And Tom, with that, picks up the cart. Do you have like a direction you're trying to go in? Are you just walking off into the forest?
I'm asking the rat. Where do we go to get back to the Buff Boys Wood? You have the information.
And he like points into like a bramble.
Onward! Toodaloo, fellows!
And Tom walks off, cart in hand. You hear the squeaking of it and the loud snores of the bear.
Say you have the book.
Yeah, I took the book.
Yeah.
Did I need to leave you guys with anything?
Oh yeah, are you taking anything good? Hey, you got any gold?
I don't have any gold. What about the hammer? Does anybody want a hammer?
Don't use anything two-handed.
I think it suits you
Especially
better.
if that was a giant thing, too. That was using two hands to wouldn't have the strength.
The pieces do come off to where it makes like a little mallet and a gong.
Oh, like a warhammer and a shield?
Yeah.
Anybody want a sword and board?
I'm good with my shield and mace.
We're not really conflict-prone characters.
Handle ourselves.
Are you taking the shield?
No, you can have it.
Well, all right. Thank you.
Beautiful. You have this big like symbol gong shield.
I'll go clunk, and I'll make the piano big and I'll play him off.
It's like a ragtime piano, like
Yeah. Whoop! Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling.
Why does it come with like a whole set of dishes?
No, not that piano.
You automatically play a song about a baby duck that got stuck in a stewed tomato.
It's okay to cry.
And with Tom being played off, you're left in this wood, this unfamiliar forest that seems aggressively ordinary. There's no weird animal sounds. There's maybe some birds chirping. It seems like the clouds are moving normally, or even like you haven't been here that long, but even that short amount of time, it even seems like time is moving properly. No perpetual dawn, no crazy animals, no wild weather. You've reached almost like a calm section. You all almost feel that connection to the wood that Pip describes.
Can you feel it? Can you feel it
In the air tonight.
in
I
the
don't know where that
air,
came
in the ground,
from.
in your nethers?
Oh,
Do we feel the nether in our nethers? Or the wither in our nethers? Gloom? I'm getting confused with all these names. But kind of, are we gonna head? Do we know where to find the front or the original road? Because that's where we were told that Percival is.
just gotta let the music guide you, man.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we definitely should have asked the rat how to get to that place. I thought you guys knew.
Nope.
It makes
Should have
the
reminded
rats
us.
so angry. Oh,
If you remember, you searched your memories last time for something referencing this original road. And you did remember that your master Boneman would have, whenever he'd have a particular meeting with a partner of his, you don't quite remember who, but he would fast and not sleep and meditate in your tree back home for a full day, and then venture off on one of your three paths in your wood before meeting this partner.
Well, we might as well start looking for the road. What time is it now?
It seems like it's early.
Early morning. I quite enjoy this place. What we
Actually, when have we last slept, by the way, just to like get an idea? Because before we didn't really know when night was or anything.
I'd say you've been up. That that wasn't a very long battle.
Because we were also up from Varys's.
Yeah.
And then
I'd say you've been
Yeah.
up to close to like 18 hours.
So, like, this might be a good spot to rest for a little bit.
Yeah.
If we
good
use
morning,
Ah.
Screws.
I can make us a tiny hut if you want.
I turned to you sharply.
Layman's tiny hut.
You know
Who?
you know him.
Ooh,
Why, yes, I did. Back in court.
Oh. Did he also teach you the ways of the hut?
Well, I knew of his writings anyways. He's long dead.
No,
what was
I didn't
this
write anything
legally
down.
distinct name?
What's his nickname? You learned the hut spell?
The hut spell. I love it. I believe it's called Lehman's Tiny Hut.
It is.
Fuse
Yeah.
hut. Yeah, you putting up your huts, getting ready. So you kind of like take camp and set up to rest for a while before you venture out. Is there anything you'd like to do specifically in this camp as you're making it?
Eat.
Just put up a sign that says the hut's hut when you're at your hut, and then go inside.
Wait, can we? So the way this works is it's 2 domes. Can we just put 2 domes right next to each other so we actually have double the space?
Yeah.
Where would the entrances be though? Like,
We can never be.
Uh,
Put the asterisk. Put the asterisk.
according to Layman's tiny hut, when you walk outside this dome, you just pass through it, and it's opaque. You can't see inside, and then when you walk into the dome, you can see outside. But there's nothing. It's not like a subdimensional space. I was reading the spell, and it actually is a semi-sphere of invulnerability. That's what this spell is. So if you can cast this in battle, no spells and no physical objects other than the ones you could denote will go into it. So it actually, like, we are very safe in these. If you could cast it in battle, it would be crazy.
But what's the cast time?
1 minute.
Oh yeah,
So-
that's the catch.
So,
yeah.
but as you're kind of like, well, is there anything else you guys wanted to do as you set up your huts? Like, do you have identified? Did you want to check those items?
I'm going to go for a walk.
I do have identifier. Why do we have so many?
Hey,
Hey, I got a best
do
friend.
you want to teach you that too? I mean, fuck.
Where have you learned your magics? I'm so interested. I knew so much theory, but it was only when I went wandering that the spirits brought it all together.
Dude, I've been all over. I've been a paid bard for a few years. People would pay me to recount their tales and stuff, and I picked up some stuff along the way.
So you're not from a college at all.
Well, I am, but we mostly learned musical theory. Musical
So
magical theory,
interesting.
I guess you could call it.
That's so interesting. I only learned instruments to please the court. I was a jester, you know.
A fellow performer. Pleasure to meet you. Regrets.
Likewise, Varys.
Beautiful. You guys have this beautiful talk. Pip goes for his walk. Give me a survival.
Oh god.
Wait, give me an arcana first. Then a survival.
Oh dear.
Oh. Okay.
Just gone off
20?
alone.
Ooh. Then give me that survival with advantage. And add your proficiency.
Okay. Well, that's 24. What's my proficiency for? 28.
Nice.
What are you saying to yourself as you go for this walk? What are you doing?
Pip is reciting under his breath a more complex spell that Boneman used to use. I'm going to say that he would do this during his fasting, in particular to the road, to the old road. And so it's kind of like it's sort of broken and it's not exact because he's trying to also remember exactly what those words were. He wasn't formally taught them. So he's kind of going over it in his mind. And and so as he's doing this, he's also looking for the perfect tree.
And I'd say as you're kind of like looking for this tree, you're kind of darting, talking to yourself, muttering, thinking of Boneman, kind of looking down. You kind of like lose yourself for a little bit. And you end up bumping into something. Kind of like stomach height. They kind of really like, it has this weird shape where really like, you kind of like really walk into it. And you look
Try to
down
like throw it over.
and it doesn't budge. It kind of moves in the dirt but stays tilted. And you realize that this is a mailbox. And it says there's like a little flag on the side of the mailbox, and it's flipped up. And on the side of it, it says, "For Pippith of the Protector's Wood."
What? Look inside.
But a moment after you open it, a sense starts washing over you, and memories start coming back to you. And as these memories kind of fade in and out as you're kind of opening and closing the lid of the mailbox, you're going to hear a voice going, "Ho, ho, I love mail, checking mail. I deliver letters to the people who need them." You look up, and there is a good-looking, older man with a nicely trimmed mustache in a red safari outfit. And he looks at you and goes, "Oh," and drops all of his letters. And there is where we're going to end our sesh.
Oh, hell yeah.
Interesting.
Daddy Safari.
Yes, yes.
Percival, perhaps.
Perhaps.
One of them.
Orly, nothing gets by you.
I said a Percival.
It's true.
Yes.
No.
You're right. He's got the 28 passive perception.
Yeah. What's
Not even
what's
there.
your perception?
I got a 19. Okay, that's perfectly average.
Perfectly average.
It's a commanding 19, actually. And yeah, how's everyone feel? That was an exciting fight. You handled it with poise and grace.
That's great.
Getting harder and harder to find things that could keep up with you boys.
Wait, so do we level up?
EXP.
How you feel?
Don't do it, Shitty.
How you feel?
I'm gonna say no level up, but
Don't give us a feat. Don't give us
I'll
a
give you a feat.
That is a level, basically.
Yeah.
Almost doesn't affect your health.
Sometimes that's like even
It can affect our health.
It could. You're right.
crazy. Okay.
Damn.
A feat.
I'll give you guys a feat.
What am I gonna do with a foot?
Ooh, what about
Do funny
multiple
things with the foot.
points?
Like another foot. Tom's already like 8 feet tall.
Hey. And with that footy talk, I'll say thank you for joining the Chittering Woods tonight. I am Shadi, your DM on Tuesdays, where we do this. Next week, I think we're back to another round of chittering. Before our man Brent steps in the Tuesday seat. So be sure to tune in for that to figure out what we're going to be doing. It's going to be exciting. Thursdays, we're back to champs, our regularly scheduled chaos. So come on by and see what we do. You know, it's a fun time. 7:30, like always. And if you want to get a little bit more of this, if you like our faces, the various beard progression, as one follower has stated, or the quips, or just waiting for us to say something absurd, come on by. You could catch us on here Twitch, the place to be, or YouTube, where we upload all our VODs, or on X, Instagram, your mama's house. We're gonna be starting pigeon mail soon. It's a hoot. So come on by. With that, we're Hexagon. Say it. Say it. Yeah.